Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let's get right into the story. There's going to be a lot of news today. Finally got a little bit of sleep last night, so I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind on this story, but the man who took Charlie Kirk's life has been identified as Tyler Robinson, a student at the university. They're on scholarship. The suspect in Charlie Kirk's case has been identified as Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old Utah resident. Now, how did they get him? His dad turned him in. His dad turned him in. The alleged monster confessed to his father, Matt, who is a 27-year veteran of Washington County's Sheriff's Department. Another police kid. That's the second one. The other one that did the school was a kid of a cop too. His father then contacted authorities and secured his son before he could be taken into custody. His mother, Amber Robinson, works for Intermountain Support Coordination Services as a company contracted by the state to help disabled people receive care. Robinson was a student at Utah State University on scholarship, insiders confirmed to Daily Mail. The family social media profile showed Robinson, who has two younger brothers, often enjoying family vacations, sharing smiling selfies, including one of his mother celebrating her genius son getting into college. Robinson was taken into custody around 11 p.m. last night, and he lives in a $600,000 six-bedroom home in Utah, 260 miles south of where the crime happened. Officials have yet to confirm the motive, but I assume we'll have that later today, and when we get that, I'll release that as well. I'm waiting on a press conference, so we'll probably have that almost immediately after this. Authorities said at the press conference Thursday night that Robinson will face the death penalty if convicted. Good. I mean, great. He should. What's really wild is, there's not a lot of, not a lot of news around this, or not a lot of indicating factors right now. Some people say maybe, hey, it was, he was trying to frame the left, something like that. I don't know. I don't know that that's the case. I'm trying to find this quick. There is a press conference going on right now. I might as well just pop over to it. Let's see here. I think it's newer video. I can't even spell right now. It's happening live right now. Here we go.
Information was also conveyed.
Let's watch this.
Video footage from UVU.
Let's see what he has to say. Hopefully the New York Post doesn't try to claim this. I don't know.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
He
On
hit
the
it.
evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images.
Still wearing the clothes.
Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years.
There we go.
The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
There you go.
The family
He's a
member
leftist.
also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson,
Was a
made joke
leftoid?
on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits.
Why would he have he just admitted
There's
it?
been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings.
Yep.
And I believe we have that as well. And I'll share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus.
We know that.
Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a
He was a radical.
Read, notices bulges, capital O-W-O, what's this, question mark. Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point. Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow. And a third unfired casing read, if you read this, you are gay, LMAO.
What? Okay.
We are indebted to law enforcement across the state who's worked seamlessly together, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and our federal partners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're grateful for everyone who worked together in such a short amount of time to find this person.
So we do know
and
it was trans ideology or far leftist.
I want to thank the public who has been so engaged, reviewing videos, helping us with sending in tips, and helping us get to this point. I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing in this case and were able to bring him into to law enforcement as well. I especially want to thank the family of Charlie Kirk, Erica, Charlie's parents, his children. I want us to be thinking of them as we bring justice in this case. They will be involved in that justice. We will be working very closely with them as we move through this process as well.
Yep.
This is a very sad day for our country.
So we know,
a terrible
we know now.
day for the state of Utah. But I'm grateful that at this moment we have an opportunity to bring closure to this very dark chapter in our nation's history. With that, I'll now turn the microphone over to the director of the FBI, Cash Patel.
Oh, like Cash made sure to get his, We lucked out that someone turned him in.
This is what happens when you let good cops be cops. The FBI and our partners are proud to stand here today together to bring justice to the family of Charlie Kirk and honor his memory. I want to express my deep gratitude to President Trump, the Vice President, and the entire White House who have been so incredibly supportive with both resources and just personally to the FBI as a team.
So now everyone's going to do their normal victory lap thing. Hopefully we get more information on this later.
To operate in this space to bring this sort of justice at this sort of speed. In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie. Governor Cox, our partnership has been absolutely incredible these last few days. Our partnership will endure. Your state and local partners, your sheriffs, your DPS community has been unbelievably impressive.
The son of a cop, again, just like the other university.
Without partnering with your state and local authorities. The FBI has a certain role to play. We will play that role, and we will lead after the federal government.
You could have said, hey, the inscriptions were trying to throw people off, but the fact that he had called him a fascist and argued beforehand.
Another shot at 12:23 p.m. on Wednesday. The first FBI agents arrived on scene in 16 minutes with chiefs of police at 12:39 and secured the scene. The FBI immediately launched fixed-wing assets. We utilized these assets to transport personnel,
planes,
specialty technicians, hostage rescue teams. We also utilize these assets to go back and forth from the East Coast and here in Utah to transport forensic evidence and other evidence that will be analyzed and is being analyzed at our FBI laboratories in Quantico and other laboratories, including the ATF. At my direction, the FBI released the first set of FBI photos of the suspect at 10 a.m. local time on 9/11. Then, shortly thereafter, the FBI reward of $100,000 was released at 10:45.
Oh, I wonder if they did it for the reward.
Myself and Deputy Director
His roommate should have
arrived on the scene at approximately 5:30 p.m. on 9/11. The governor led a press conference last night at approximately 8 p.m. where, at my direction, the FBI released a never-before-seen video of the suspect. We also released new images to the public of the suspect.
I knew that the images were too good. Like, he wasn't going to.
The suspect was taken into custody at 10 p.m. local time. In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise, thanks to the full weight of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah and Governor Cox.
So he's taken alive. Very clear. This was politically motivated. He said he hated Charlie Kirk, called him a fascist. He became radicalized. We now know that. I will continue to follow this story throughout the day. If they do any questions and answers, I will upload that. I don't think they will. And I hope this guy rots. I look forward to the day that Charlie and his family get justice.